Hey, good morning. Happy Monday. Oh my goodness. I just got back from a weekend away, a very impromptu weekend away. It wasn't planned at all, but in the middle of the week last week, I was just sitting with some big questions, having a hard time getting clarity, feeling really swamped and lost in like all of my thoughts and the what ifs and maybe this is going to happen, maybe that's going to happen. I'm thinking a lot about relationship right now. I'm thinking a lot about my business. I'm thinking a lot about taking care of my mom who is in St. Louis and like all these kind of pushing, pulling, kind of competing, desires. And so I just randomly went on Airbnb and found a little teeny home like 3 hours south of San Francisco in this little town called Tulare, and literally rolled up and it's like a big horse farm and it's dust and it's cows and it's goats and it's, country family. And but what I wanted to say is that as soon as I got outside of San Francisco, I was like onto the highway and kind of getting into those, country roads, I was reminded of something that my mom always used to say, which is when we would go driving in the country, she would say, "Oh my goodness, this just helps me stretch my eyeballs." And I used to think it was so corny and silly, but I'm understanding now that she wasn't literally talking about her eyeballs. I mean, yes, there is something actually about like being able to see wide landscapes and big horizons, but I think she was actually also talking about that sensation of, clearing her energy, clearing her sense of self, thinking about being able to breathe in a way. And I immediately felt that myself, like, oh my gosh, I'm breathing more deeply. My whole body has just relaxed. My nervous system is settling down. And then immediately all of these downloads, it's almost like little images, like boom, that's happening, that's happening, that's happening, that's happening. And I could see it all kind of piecing together and how it was going to make sense and how it would all work. And that was before I kind of even got to where I was going. So by the time I got to where I was going, grabbed a bottle of wine, and yes, I do mean a bottle. It was me time. I'm chilling. And went out on the little back porch that was there, sipping some wine, and just started journaling. And I started writing the vision. And I started with the line, "A day in the life of future me." And I really wrote it as if like, this is what was happening. This is how it unfolded. This is what I was feeling. This is what I was seeing. This is what I was experiencing. This is who was there. And I covered the whole, like all the relationships, family, my body, my energy, my business. And so it's a beautiful thing when you start to really get deeply connected into intuition and you get out of your fear state and fearful thinking, how things really land. And so I'm just going to nudge you all today to think a lot about like, what are the environments or the activities that support you in gaining clarity, right? So I know some people love to run, like doing some physical activity helps clear their nervous system and clear their energy so they can hear, see. I have a friend who loves to go to the gun range. I have a friend who likes to go to the baseball batting cages, right? So it could be getting out in nature. It could be getting on or into water, but just think a little bit about like, what are those environments or what are those activities that support you gaining clarity? And so that in addition to doing other tools that you might have that help you reduce anxiety or, kind of pro-con things or whatever it might be, sometimes you just need to take yourself out of your space and get into doing something or being somewhere that's different to help you actively get those downloads. So I've got some big things on the horizon. I'll continue to keep you posted as things unfold. But life is ever changing and evolving. And sometimes that can be scary, but sometimes it can be really, really inviting and wonderful and exciting. So I look forward to seeing your comments and your posts about what you find to be most supportive of you in clearing your mind. And as always, if I can be any support to you, I'm here. Have a great day. I'll see you soon.